To everyone present here, and warm greetings to members of our ICT alumni community joining us online from different parts of the world. Myself, Anuj Agrawal, and I feel deeply honored to be hosting this special evening today. On behalf of UDCT Alumni Association, I take this opportunity to officially welcome all alumni of ICT, their families, friends, ICT faculty, staff, students, past presidents of UAA, and of course, our distinguished alumni. This is 38th Foundation Day celebrations and UAA ICT Distinguished Alumnus Award Ceremony 2026. Through these awards, UAA recognizes all our alumni who have created meaningful impact in their respective journeys and have brought pride to ICT community. This evening, we honor distinguished alumni across 3 categories: entrepreneur, professional, and extramural. Each of these representing spirit of excellence, innovation, and leadership that continues to define the legacy of ICT and its alumni network. To begin the proceedings, may I request our dignitaries to kindly escort our distinguished alumnus awardees on the dais. I invite Vice Chancellor of ICT Mumbai, Professor Anirudh Pandit, President of UDCT Alumni Association, Professor Parag Gopte, and Chairperson of UAA ICT DA Awards Committee, Mr. Milind Talati, along with our esteemed awardees for this evening, to kindly occupy the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome them with a warm round of applause. Now I request everyone to please rise on your seat for national song, national anthem, and Maharashtra Rajya Geet, which will be played one after the other.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
जबाब देती जिभा सह्याद्रीचा सिंह गर्जतो शिवशंभू राजा।
दरी दरीतून नाद गुंजला महाराष्ट्र माझा।
जय महाराष्ट्र माझा गर्जा महाराष्ट्र माझा।
काळ्या छातीवरी कोरली अभिमानाची लेणी।
ओलादी मनगटे खेळती खेळ जीव घेणी।
दारिद्र्याच्या उन्हात शिजला
निधळाच्या घामाने भिजला
देश गौरवासाठी झिजला।
दिल्लीचेही रक्त राही तो महाराष्ट्र माझा।
जय जय महाराष्ट्र माझा गरजा महाराष्ट्र माझा। जय जय महाराष्ट्र माझा।
Thank you. Please occupy your seats. I would now like to invite Professor Parag Gokte, President of the UDCT Alumni Association, to address this August gathering.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. I know it's a summer evening and we are in open, but I think that's why we started a little bit late. You will feel comfortable, I think, as the function goes along. So let me welcome you all on behalf of UDCT Alumni Association. It's great feeling to recognize some of the talented achievers of our own. So we have 3 categories of distinguished alumnus being celebrated today. I am not going to give details on that because I think as the function goes along, you will hear about all these achievers, what they have achieved so far. And of course, we will wish them that the achievements will continue in their future life as well. Just to give a brief background now, I have been writing as president in our regular Udan magazine, the newsletter which reaches all of you. I think many of you would be receiving that on email and going through the contents. If you have any suggestions on Udan or the structure, please feel free to write to me or the editors. So just to give you a brief background on the projects which we normally do as UDCT Alumni Association, we do network the alumni with current students, and the main objective, of course, is to help students to enhance their teaching learning process, more of learning, because teaching is what we normally do as teachers. The practical learning is going to be enhanced when they start interacting with alumni, and that's where our course of practice of chemical technology also comes into picture. Again, this is run by alumni. All the teachers are alumni. The activity was spearheaded by our past president, Dilip Udas, and the response of even the undergraduate students on that has been wonderful. So if any of the alumni feels that they can contribute back in terms of engaging with students, giving their experience, again, most welcome to write to me, and then I'll connect you with the course coordinators. The second activity, of course, is related to the infrastructure projects. ICT, again, many of you might have read the news items related to state university, central university, the funding problems and whatnot. But yes, to run an institute, we do require funding, and most of the time the Alumni Association is able to help ICT in terms of, mainly we say as operating expense, right? If I want to invest something in a capital investment, then it becomes very difficult because the budget requirements are going to be significantly higher. And the problems continue, meaning when you were students, you had a lot of problems in terms of hostels. We got a new hostel, we got a new faculty tower. The problems are continuing because the intake is increasing, right? So now the undergraduate courses also are, the numbers have gone up, new advertisement for faculty is going to come. Again, the number of faculty is going to go up. So that's where the support for funding is always going to be required. And I appeal on that front as well, because alumni have been a great strength of ICT. So if anybody has some ideas to contribute back to institute, again, most welcome to write to me or even directly the Vice Chancellor, Professor Pandit. And then we will be happy to support you and then take the projects forward. One last thing is, again, when students complete their studies, they would always want to get good jobs. And the idea at ICT, meaning it has been right from the inception, is to call only the core companies. And that's where, again, the support of all the alumni is going to be very important. So do come to ICT for placement recruitments, internship recruitments, and then the students will also get benefited. So that's all. I think I want to keep it short because we will have more time for the Distinguished Alumnus Award function and hearing from them as well. So once again, most welcome at this particular ICT's Pidilite Pavilion, and hoping to have a wonderful networking with all of you.
Thank you, Professor Gokte, for your inspiring words and for sharing UAA's vision with all of us. Moving ahead, it is now my privilege to invite a leader who continues to guide and shape the academic and research excellence of ICT. Professor Anirudh Pandit earned his BTech degree in chemical engineering from IIT BHU in 1980 and completed his PhD from UDCT, now ICT, in 1984. Over the years, he has guided more than 60 PhD and 100 master's students and has close to 500 research publications, many patents, fellowships, and accolades to his name. Under his leadership as Vice Chancellor since 2019, ICT continues to strengthen its reputation as one of India's premier institutions in science, technology, education, and research. Please join me in warmly welcoming our respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Anirudh Pandit, to address the gathering.
Good evening, and many thanks for your kind introduction. Professor Sharma, Professor Joshi, past presidents of UDCT Alumni Association, Udas, I can see, and Professor Parag Gokte, the awardees of today's function, Mahesh, Krishna Kumar, Pankaj, Mukesh, Saifuddin, I can call them with first name because at some point of time I have taught them. Milind Talati for so ably carrying out this particular activity of selection of UDCT Alumni Association Distinguished Alumnus. Getting a recognition from your own alma mater is probably the highest recognition one can get, because as the Marathi saying goes, jithe pikta tithe vikat nasta. So when alumni recognizes your contribution, there is the highest recognition which you can get. Now I was requested by the president that I should say something about the newspaper reports which have appeared, followed by a lot of kite flying which appeared in the subsequent WhatsApp messages. Now it was indeed a kite flying. I'll tell you the genesis of these two reports which came. At some point of time, last December, I had communicated to the Maharashtra state government for isolating out ICT for not recognizing for any of the central aids, just because we are termed with deemed university. So they tend to sort of put us together along with the private deemed universities, as a result of which we are considered not eligible for any of the central government funding, such as PM Usha, PM Rusa. In fact, our recommendations, our proposals have reached the central government. They have been recognized with a supporting letter coming from Maharashtra state government as well as education secretary from Maharashtra state government. Still, central government did not recognize us and did not consider us eligible. So when I voiced this particular opinion to the Maharashtra state government, they said that we must do something about it and dropped the deemed to be university status. At the same time, I had made it clear that dropping deemed to be university status doesn't mean we will be a university supported by Maharashtra state government, because we do not want to lose the freedom which we have, which is associated with the deemed to be university. Our academic structure, our governing structure, everything we should be able to maintain it. Unless we are able to maintain that, we are not interested in removing the tag of deemed university just to get central funding. Though central fundings are substantial, we have the capability of generating our own funds. Then Maharashtra state government came out with a small letter stating that please forward your recommendation and your request for deemed to be university status to be dropped. And for reason unknown to us, Maharashtra state government circulated that letter to the press. When they sent us a copy, they also sent this particular letter to the press, and press interpreted it in their own way. And then subsequently I offered the explanation saying that yes, we are interested in dropping the deemed to be university status, but no way we want to let our freedom go. Anyway, the explanation was given to them, which they have accepted, and things stopped. The second report which appeared on CAG, the Comptroller and Auditor General report, by one of our own faculties who calls himself a self-proclaimed whistleblower. In fact, the CAG report was the initial report which was sent to us by CAG, to which we had answered each and every query, which we subsequently submitted to the CAG. CAG accepted all our explanations. The same was then circulated to the press. Press also accepted those explanations, and then there is nothing after that. The point which I am trying to make is such reports are appearing coming from our own faculty. For whatever reasons which they want, they feel that they can grow at an expense of ICT. They do not realize that they are there and they are progressing because of the existence of ICT. And by putting ICT down, they will not be in a position to grow. Anyway, these things will keep on happening, and these things will happen, but we'll have to deal with it. And I seek your support in accepting whatever explanations which we have. Regarding the points related to dropping of NIRF ranking, everything has been taken very seriously. Professor Joshi has led this team of mission and vision statement. We have had so far 17 meetings in trying to systematically address how the NIRF ranking can be improved. We have got a timeline and we have got a clear-cut scheme and methodology how we can improve it. This doesn't happen overnight. There are multiple reasons for this drop in the ranking, and I don't want to dwell upon that at this stage. But the point which it does indicate that we have been performing well, but there have been other universities with the superior funding, they have also been performing well, as a result of which in terms of relative ranking, we go back. If you look at our output, our number of faculty remains the same, but in fact, the output has been progressively and continuously increasing year on year. There is no decrease. Number of PhDs have been increasing, number of publications have been increasing, the extramural funding which has been generated, which is increasing. So we are growing and we are performing, but it clearly indicates that that is not good enough. We need to perform a bit more. Based on these mission and vision meetings, it has been now submitted to the government of Maharashtra that by year 2030, ICT requires 1800 crores in terms of money required for infrastructure development, and by year 2047, when India celebrates its 100th independence, ICT need 2,800 crores. Now, where this money is going to come from, I don't know, but recently Maharashtra state government, for the first time in the history, has announced rupees 6,000 crore for research funding for universities, out of which how much we get, it will not depend, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel as we can see it. The point of mentioning all these things is, please trust us, please believe in us. When we went something, Professor Joshi had a month-long fruitful visit to USA dealing with many of the ICT alumni. He had multiple lectures at multiple locations, interacted with the alumni who are interested in coming back, because the recruitment cycle is going to start and we would like to see the possibility of bringing back our alumni who are good, who have developed new skill set, who have developed and grown into a new area of expertise, and if that can be brought to ICT, the horizon of ICT's application in the area of chemical sciences is likely to increase again. Now, on the occasion of these alumni get-together and recognition of these UDCT alumni distinguished awardees, I would like to compliment and I would like to congratulate all of them, and I would like to thank you personally and on behalf of all the faculty and all the administrative support staff of ICT, including faculty, that UDCT Alumni Association has been a pillar of strength for us, and people like Hashmukh Shah, all those people have been really committed and they have helped Professor Joshi during his entire visit. Everything was organized by younger faculty, Anirudh Venkatesh, and Professor Joshi had an opportunity to interact nearly with 70 faculty or 70 prospective faculties, and we'll see how many of them actually return. So all these things are happening, but they do not happen overnight, and they continue to happen and they will continue to happen. And please be assured, I had made a promise to Professor Sharma on 1st of May at the time of launch of his coffee table book, that I assured him that we will do everything in our means to see to it that ICT is aiming and will try to get the central university status with the unique facilities which are recognized first time in our country dedicated to chemical sciences. So I wish all of you support from you in this particular endeavor, and I'm sure you will do that. And thank you very much for gathering together on this occasion. Enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Pandit, for addressing this gathering. And also thank you for addressing the question which I'm sure many alumni had discussing about for the past few weeks. So moving on. In 2026, there have been notable achievements by ICT faculty and students. And UAA would like to applaud and recognize these achievements today. So I request Professor Pandit and Professor Gokte to recognize these achievements by presenting a token of appreciation. Our Honorable Chancellor of ICT Mumbai, Professor J.B. Joshi, will be conferred with the degree of Doctor of Science, DSc by Punya Shlok Ahilya Devi Holkar, Solapur University. Professor Joshi. Professor Pandit received the prestigious Goyal Award instituted by Kurukshetra University in the Applied Science category in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the frontiers of science and the welfare of humanity. He also received the prestigious Godavari Gaurav Awards 2026 by Kusumagraj Pratishthan in the science category for his remarkable achievements and valuable contributions to scientific research and education. Professor G.D. Yadav has recently become the first Indian to be elected Fellow of the Canadian Academy of Engineering and will be formally inducted at Edmonton, Canada on June 1, 2026. He has also been selected as the 2026 Danckwerts Lecturer, one of the most prestigious global honors in the field of chemical engineering. The Danckwerts Lectureship, awarded alternately in the US and UK, commemorates the legacy of the renowned chemical engineer Peter V. Danckwerts, celebrated for his pioneering contributions to chemical reaction engineering. Professor Yadav also received the prestigious Sir P.C. Ray Award by the Syndicate of the University of Calcutta. And he has also been appointed as chairman of the reconstituted Scientific Advisory Committee on Hydrocarbons by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas for a term of 3 years. May I request Professor Yadav's student, Ms. Sneha Shetty, to receive the felicitation on his behalf. Professor Srirang Joshi from Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Technology, and also a BOG member of UAA, has been awarded the Distinguished Alumni Award of CSIR-IICT Hyderabad. Professor Dr. Atul Chaskar, Head Department of Chemistry, has been elected as a Fellow of the Royal Society of Chemistry. Professor Vandana Patravade, Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Technology, ICT Mumbai, has been selected as the recipient of the Himalaya Excellence R&D Award in Pharmaceutical Research for her outstanding contributions to research, innovation, and scientific advancement in the field of pharmaceutical sciences. Team led by Professor Patravade also received the first prize under the IPA Academic Excellence Awards, conferred by the Indian Pharmaceutical Alliance. Professor Anant Ramakant Kapdi from the Department of Chemistry, ICT Mumbai, has been conferred the Bronze Medal by the Chemical Research Society of India in recognition of his outstanding scientific contributions. In addition, Professor Kapdi has been appointed as the editor-in-chief of the Society's official journal, marking another significant professional achievement. This distinguished recognition reflects his exemplary dedication to research and academic excellence and brings great pride to the Institute. Dr. Neetu Jha, Department of Physics, ICT Mumbai, has been elected as core committee member for the Indian National Young Academy of Science under the aegis of the Indian National Science Academy. Dr. Ratnesh Jain, Associate Professor, Department of Biological Sciences and Biotechnology, ICT Mumbai, has represented the Institute as a panelist at the 11th Global Pharmaceutical Quality Summit 2026, held at JW Marriott, Mumbai. Dr. Prajakta Dandekar Jain from Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Technology, ICT Mumbai, has been successfully registered as a member of the Organoids and Organ-on-Chip Working Panel, PFI, under the Medical Biotechnology and Nanotechnology Committee, MHD20, of the Bureau of Indian Standards. Her association with the committee will contribute towards establishing criteria to enhance the regulatory acceptance of these models by the CDSCO and other relevant agencies. Dr. Atul Bari from Marathwada Jalna campus has received the Dr. Michael Rosenthal Best Teacher Award. Mr. Dev Kamlesh Patra from Marathwada Jalna campus has received the Dr. Michael Rosenthal Best Student Award. PhD students of Professor Sadhna Sathe from Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Technology received notable recognition at the South Asian chapter of the American College of Clinical Pharmacology. In the preclinical poster presentation category, Mr. K. Satya Abhishek secured the first prize and received the Dr. K.G. Nair Award for his poster titled Mitoethyl Ferulate, Targeting Mitochondria for Parkinson's Disease. He was also honored with Dr. A.D. Joseph Award for Best All-Round Presenter in the male category. Mr. Santosh Guge secured the second prize and received the Dr. R.S. Satoskar Award for his poster titled Hydroxycavicol-Mediated Antioxidant Defense for Implications for Cancer Therapy and Immune Regulation. That's all for the faculty awards and student awards. So along with academic and professional excellence, ICT has always been home to immense creative and artistic talent as well. UAA has always believed in showcasing the diverse talents of our students during such gatherings. So to add a musical touch to this evening, I now invite Ms. Gautami Sahasrabuddhi for a special performance. A warm round of applause, please.
Good evening, everyone. As a tribute to Asha Bhosle, I'll be singing the ghazal Kema Teri Pahate. केव्हा तरी पहाटे केव्हा तरी पहाटे उलटून रात गेली मिटले सुकून डोळे उसवून श्वास माझा उसवून श्वास माझा फसवून रात गेली उसवून श्वास माझा कळले मला आणखी सुटली मिठी जराशी कळले मला आणखी सुटली मिठी जराशी कळले मला आणखी निसटून रात गेली कळले 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 मला न केव्हा उरले उरात काही आवाज चांदण्याचे उरले उरात काही आवाज चांदण्याचे आकाश तारकांचे उचलून रात गेली आकाश तारकांचे उचलून रात गेली आकाश तारकांचे स्मरल्या मला तेव्हा माझ्यास गीत पंक्ती स्मरल्या मला तेव्हा माझ्यास गीत पंक्ती मग ओळ शेवटाची मग ओळ शेवटाची सुसवून रात गेली केव्हा तरी पहाटे उलटून रात गेली केव्हा तरी पहाटे थँक्यू
Thank you, Gautami, for this wonderful performance and remembering Asha Bhosle ji and giving a wonderful tribute to her, and for adding such a lovely energy to this evening. Thank you. And now we move ahead to one of the most awaited segments of today's program, the UAA ICT Distinguished Alumni Awards. To take us through this special segment, I invite Mr. Milind Talati to conduct the proceedings from here on.
Thank you, Anuj. Professor Sharma, Professor Joshi, Professor Pandit, Professor Gokte, today's DA award winners, past UAA presidents, I can see at least a couple of them here, distinguished alumni, friends, relatives of DA award winners and students. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this presentation ceremony of the UAA ICT DA Award function. In this month of May, we have the awards in the categories, as you can see here, professional, entrepreneur, and extramural. In the month of December, that's the UAA Reunion Day, we have the UAA ICT Awards in the field of academics and research, and the UA Young Achiever Award below the age of 35. So these are the awards that are given to the real gems of our college, those who have really distinguished themselves and brought glory to our alma mater. So today, we will talk of the DA Awards 2026 in the 3 categories that we just defined. Now let me just give you a brief background about these awards. The awards, the criteria have been debated, they have been written in our website, they're very transparent, they're open to everyone. And let me tell you also that every 2-3 years, we relook at the criteria and revise and make the occasional changes that we feel are required based on inputs from a lot of people. So based on this transparent criteria, we invite nominations for these awards. And to do so, we have a team from our BOG, from the Board of Governors of UAA. And this year the team was myself, Nilesh Lele, current Senior Vice President of the UAA BOG, and Dr. Sharad Landge also was part of the team to help us, take us through this program. Now once the nominations come in, and by the way, the nominations just don't come in as it is. We have to go out of our way. And to do so, we have a global search committee comprising of very senior, distinguished alumni within us who give us inputs that why don't you look at this guy, why don't you look at this is his profile, etc., etc. So we do get a lot of profiles, we reach out to them and then invite nominations. Now what happens when the nominations come in? The committee, as I just mentioned, between me, Nilesh and Dr. Landge, we screen the nominations, make sure that they fit within the criteria. And once that happens, we then take it to a scrutiny committee for each of the criteria. So we have got 3 criteria today: the professional, the entrepreneur, and the extramural. So each of these awards, there is a scrutiny committee. And this scrutiny committee consists of past DA award winners. So they know the process, they know what is required, and they know what is required to judge and shortlist the number of nominations down to a manageable number. Once the scrutiny committee members do that, the shortlisted nominations are then taken up within the UAA Board of Governors, and then it's taken to the next level, which is the selection level. And this selection team is then again for all the 3 awards is one common team, and that consists of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Pandit, President of UAA, that's Professor Parag Gopte, myself, and we have 3 very, very prominent, or let me say very distinguished people by themselves. So the 6 of us, we look at the nominations which have been shortlisted, and believe me, it's a tough job to even select from that shortlist to select the winners. So the selection committee then has done that job of selecting winners, and once that is done, the announcements are made, and then the winners are then, as you can see, they are here with us today. So it's my duty to thank some of the scrutiny committee members and the selection committee members, some of whom are here today. I can't take names for obvious reasons, but I like to thank them for all the support that they're given. And also we do take the help of experts, for example, in the field of, just for example, the field of, say, finance, where probably we from the technology side may be not up to that mark. We do take the help of experts, again, within our alma mater, to help us screen the nominations. So now I will take this program forward with the awardees. But before that, a couple of small requests to the award winner. Number one, I know you would like to talk a lot, but if you can keep it brief, 3-4 minutes, we would appreciate it, in the spirit of time. And a request to the spouses of the award winners. I would be inviting you on stage. You would be jointly felicitated with the award winners. And post the felicitation, you could take your seats, and then we could hear the award winners speak when they receive the awards. So let's begin with the first award. And the first award of the day, which is the UAA ICT Distinguished Alumnus Award, professional category, goes to Mr. Mahesh Marve. He's a chemical engineer, batch 1989, diploma in management in 96, presently senior executive vice president and head technology, center of excellence, head research and technology, oil to chemicals at Reliance Industries. So I will invite Mrs. Mahesh Marve to come on stage. And while she's coming on stage, let us have a presentation, an audiovisual presentation about Mr. Mahesh Marve. I now request Dr. Sharad Lande, Member, Board of Governors, UAA, to please read out the citation for this award.
Thank you, Milind. Good evening to all of you. Mr. Mahesh Goparao Marve, a professional par excellence due to his high degree of integrity, commitment and professionalism, has been responsible for great esteem in which his alma mater, Institute of Chemical Technology, is held. Mr. Marve obtained his BChem in 1989 from ICT and subsequently diploma in management in 1996. After completing his graduation, he joined Reliance Industries Limited as a trainee engineer and currently is a senior executive vice president and head of research and technology at RIL. He has previously served as a chief asset development officer for Naira Energy and chief technology officer for Tata Consulting Engineers. Over a distinguished career spanning more than 3 decades, Mr. Marve has contributed to over USD 20 billion of complex industrial investment across refining, petrochemicals, and polymers. Currently, he provides end-to-end technology leadership to Reliance Oil to Chemical Visions, one of the largest and most sophisticated refinery and petrochemical ecosystem globally that generated more than $70 billion in annual revenue last year. Under his stewardship, Reliance has undertaken landmark in-house technology scale-up, including its largest ever internal investment in CPVC technology. He is also a leading technical team developing world-scale pathways for green fuels, decarbonization, and net zero transmission. Mr. Marve is a member of RIL senior management team as well as a core member of RIL Technology think tank. In current role, Mr. Marve manages a highly qualified team of 800 professionals with 75% engineers and doctorate holders. Operating as a center of excellence for RIL, he was inducted into Executive Advisory Board of Aspen Technology USA. He has been also invited to deliver a technical presentation at the Gordon Research Conference, one of the world's most selective and prestigious forum for advancing frontier scientific and technology disclosure. ICT has benefited from the image of Mr. Mahesh Goparao Marve and hold him in high esteem for his accomplishment. In token of thereof and recognition of his contribution toward enhancing the prestige of ICT, it is duly resolved to bestow upon him the UAA ICT Distinguished Alumnus Award Professional on this day, 15 May 2026. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharad. Now for the felicitations, I will also invite Sonia Gunjikar. She's a member of Board of Governors. So, Professor Pandit, please go ahead with the felicitation of the awardee with a shawl and a plaque. I request President Parag Gupte to confer the citation to Mr. Mahesh Marve. And I request Sonia to present a shawl to Mrs. Marve. Thank you, Professor Pandit and Professor Gupte. And I'll now request Mr. Mahesh Marve to give the acceptance speech.
Good evening, esteemed professors, Professor M.M. Sharma, our Vishwaguru, Chancellor Professor Joshi, Vice Chancellor Aniruddha Pandit, UAA functionaries, distinguished fellow alumni on the stage, many of them in the audience, families, friends, and my colleagues. I have actually no words to describe what is happening. I'm overwhelmed. Joining as a 17-year-old here and serving to companies for 35 years, and the route taking you to this stage where your alma mater, that too of the stature of ICT, recognizing your efforts, what else a professional chemical engineer would think of. So thank you, thanks a lot. It's a purest form of feeling I have experienced, and I don't think it has sunk well. It also is time for reflection. As I mentioned, this is about 1984-85 when I heard UDCT that time, first time in my life. I come from a small town, Kolhapur, and this is 1984-85. Forget mobiles. TV was not that common in Kolhapur that time. So it was more of a mouth of word, mouth-to-mouth publicity. But even then, in that small place, we always knew, the aspirants always knew that they have to make to IIT or UDCT. Here, I did make to IIT, but the call of UDCT did not happen. We were worried, and then further we understood that next in the merit rank also got the admission in UDCT. I was in dilemma. I was thinking of joining IIT then, but my father was perturbed. He actually came here and he discovered that, my form was received, application was received, but somehow it was not considered. It straightway went to the rejection. The staff was kind enough to acknowledge that, and they immediately made sure that the error was addressed. It averted a big accident, and things would have been pretty different for me. Of course, it would have been my personal loss. I joined UDCT. First few months were actually, pretty intimidating. You would get surprised, but again, you have to see, I came from vernacular background, people speaking in English all the time, towering personalities of professors, the day scholars, very smart, the long corridors, the big libraries, bigger labs, everything was coming on you. And it was really difficult time till we get adjusted. But when such things happen, there is always a rescue. The rescue came from the hostel. We were 20 of us going through the same motions. We were going through the same emotional turmoil, and that helped. We tried to discover the solutions together. We tried to work together towards overcoming this feel that we are from another region, we are from another planet here. Slowly, it sunk in. We started getting more familiarized, and at some point of time, I think just the newly born baby, its eyes gets adjusted to the sunlight. The same way we started feeling familiar, being owned, and the institute grew on us. It was then we started realizing that, the professors here, the knowledge that they were imparting was opening up very new horizons that we were totally unaware of. They took us to altogether a different level of understanding. Of course, we did not understand that then, but as I stand here, look back, I do understand the value of the fundamental understanding they imparted that time. Of course, the universe of hostel continued, the way we teamed up earlier for the problem solving. It got extended to tearing the notebooks just before the exams to share the notes, to share with more people. It was fun, and we actually learned together with the fun, and that propelled us to the industry. In 1989, when I passed out, I had an opportunity to go to US, but somehow I had a fancy to the industry. The machines, the equipment kind of called me. Luckily for me, it has been Reliance who selected me on the campus. Reliance was then a very, very small company, but it was growing explosively. And I joined that, and I had never regretted a moment of my life joining them that time. It was full of opportunities. We could learn and contribute, and the company grew many, many fold. I did many jobs, started like a shift engineer, shift superintendent, CTS engineer, APC, advanced process control engineer, process simulations, you name it, and normally I would have got exposure. That early exposure with various roles has helped me tremendously. That was the time I could see what I learned in this college was actually helpful for me to understand what was working well, but in fact, what was not working well or how it could be improved. And that leverage I use whole of my life. So I'm tremendously grateful to the kind of teaching, the kind of focus the ICT UDCT gave to me, and that I could leverage in my Reliance stint. Reliance is also very well known for their project executions skills, and that is what I got hooked up on. You have to just think of a good idea and the investment will follow. It was that good. And I actually leveraged that fully when we actually did our second refinery. I was involved, in fact instrumental, right from the configuration to the pre-commissioning. $10 billion project made my life. It was something that I would dream today. Reliance fulfilled my dreams again and again with giving me that responsibility. Beyond Reliance, I did join Tata's. They taught me how to work in a process-oriented organization. They also gave me a great exposure to the leadership side. In Nayara, the chairman of Nayara, Tony, he challenged me to keep the Reliance-like pace in that company, which was actually owned by Rosneft. It is still owned by Rosneft. And I believe I could take that challenge pretty successfully. After that short stint, I came back to Reliance, and that was the COVID time. The entire oil and petchem market was varying tremendously. It was doing seesaw all the time. The supply, demand, everything was changing, and it was a great challenge to keep the units running with balancing act for the global scale. And we in Reliance having many assets that are biggest of the world, the challenge were even more acute. But those 2 years kind of packed knowledge of possibly 10, 15 years together. I worked with our executive directors in the planning and optimization group, and we made sure that we saw the end with flying colors. After that, Reliance entrusted me the technology group, Center of Excellence. The responsibilities increased from refinery, petrochemical to polyester. And last 2 years, I'm also overseeing the research and development. We have 800 plus team members in this group. More like 200 people carry doctorate degrees. And you name it, we would have expert in our group. Leading such learned group, leading such strong subject matter experts have been both privilege as well as a very humbling experience. The kind of rate at which I have learned over the last 3-4 years is astonishing. And I see this to be a job of mentorship and trustee to this enormous intellectual capital. Friends, not everything has been hunky-dory. In fact, most of the time, we have been stretching quite a bit. But it is my team. We work together at various stages, and this is the team that has helped me to meet impossible targets. They have gone way beyond their duty hours, duty requirements to fulfill the promises that we had made to management. I would not be here if they had not performed. So all this actually belongs to my team that has helped me shaping this as well as helped the company enormously. I also had and still have the privilege of working closely with our chairman, Mukesh Bhai Ambani, the executive directors, Hital Meswani, PMS Prasad, and also I work very, very closely with ex-IOC's chairman, Mr. Sanjeev Singh, who is in Reliance. He is my immediate manager. I have learned tremendously from them, the way they see things, the way they visualize, the way their thought process goes beyond and out of box is something you should see in action. And I am one of the great beneficiaries. They have shaped me. Of course, the good side of me, they have a tremendous contribution there. None of this would happen without the blessings of parents. My parents started their life in a very humble manner, but they taught me how to fight with the adversity. And what a life lesson it has been. It has been useful for many nooks and corners, especially through the lows of the career. They have told me, they have guided me how to fight to the situation. I wish my father were there. He would have been very happy, but my mother, my elder sister is there. And their blessings are always with me. Sorry. My wife has been pillar of strength for me. She has been actually the man of the family. And she has helped us, the entire family, with her emotional intelligence. So normally, the people who know us well, they know that we are very different. I work with the left brain, logic. She works with the right brain, empathy. And somewhere we come close. Somewhere we solve the situation. It is more like IPL teams that manage left-handed batsman and the right-handed batsman combination to make sure that they score the best. Thank you. Children are there to make sure that you are grounded all the time, and they make sure that you know that the world is changing. My children do this job excellently well, so thank you to them. Lighter side away, I think they are shaping their own career in their own ways without any support from me. So I appreciate that, and I wish them all the success. Friends, success, as I said, is not something one can define well. It is highly subjective. It's like 5 blind people judging an elephant. To me, success is delivering the outcomes and leading with sincerity. And all along my life, I have tried to make sure that we do this. Me and my team always deliver the outcomes, not the efforts. And we believe together that the sincerity, not the smartness, is the way going forward. I have been nominated for this award by Professor Yadav and Professor Mahajani. I can't thank them enough. They have been always supporting me. Dr. Habbu, Dr. Gokte have been pretty instrumental in making sure that they track what I do, and they actually have been in touch for this award with me. Namrata is there in the audience from my team. Vishesh is there in the audience. They made sure that despite all my busy schedules, all the submissions required for the award was made in time, including that nice presentation Namrata made. Thank you so much. Even now, when I enter the gate of this institute, it is more like time machine. Me and some of my close friends, Sanjay is there, Sanjay Balgaonkar is also there, Sandeep is not there. And then we always have some visitors today. It is Milind, Vishal. We come here once or twice in a year. We normally choose Saturday or Sunday. We come in, the gate acts more like a time machine. It takes us back to those early days, mid-80s, late 80s. We relive our moment. It is like you all must have watched Harry Potter when he goes to his magical world to catch the Hogwarts Express. He goes to the London station, King's Cross, I think, and he goes to the platform 9 3/4. And if you remember that scene, he has to go through the pillar, and then suddenly his world gets transformed to that magical world. We experience the same feel here. When we walk in, we go to that era. We speak to the walls, we speak to the labs, we speak to the benches. The institute helps us to understand our feelings. It talks to us, it blesses us, and we go back assured and ready to take on the world. It's the ICT that has given me the identity, and I'm too proud to be an ICTian. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Marve. Okay, let's go to the second award of the day, which is the UAA ICT Distinguished Alumnus Award Professional, and this award goes to Mr. Pankaj Kejriwal. He did his chemical engineering in the year 93. He is presently the Executive Director, Star Cement Limited, since the year 2003. He heads three cement plants at 3 different locations, and which has an annual turnover of something like 6 million tons. So let's invite Mrs. Kejriwal on stage, and simultaneously I will request the team to play the presentation.
Every journey begins with a spark. Pankaj Kejriwal, born in Guwahati, his early years were shaped by strong values and big aspirations. He later moved to Mumbai for his education. For him, that spark was excellence from an early age. A bright student, securing the top position in school in 1987, from the classrooms of D.G. Ruparel College, Mumbai, to shaping his future at UDCT, Mumbai graduating as a chemical engineer in 1993. Those were years of friendships, values, and lifelong bonds. A life enriched with family. With his wife Mrs. Renu and daughter Arushi, his strongest pillars. But success didn't come easy. His first entrepreneurial step, an IT venture, did not go as planned, but he didn't stop. He chose to begin again. Starting in the Northeast was no easy feat. Remote locations, tough terrains, limited connectivity. His vision went beyond business, focusing on safety, sustainability, and innovation. From deploying electric vehicles in the Northeast to leading plantation drives and green initiatives. For him, growth meant people. From establishing a school in Lumshnong village to engaging deeply with local communities. Today, his journey stands tall. 10,000 crore MOU with Chief Minister of Assam and 9,000 plus crore rupees investment with Chief Minister of Rajasthan, expanding horizons, shaping the future of India's cement industry. Awarded, recognized, celebrated, yet grounded in purpose. Because for him, progress is not just personal success, it is about lifting others, driving innovation and building a better tomorrow. Innovate for impact. Lead with integrity to create a regenerative future.
I now invite Mr. Dinesh Chopra, Member Board of Governors UAA, who has come all the way from Delhi, and I will invite him to read out the citation for Mr. Kejriwal.
Good evening, everybody. Mr. Pankaj Kejriwal, a professional par excellence, due to his high degree of integrity, commitment, and professionalism, has been responsible for the great esteem in which his alma mater, Institute of Chemical Technology, is held. Mr. Kejriwal obtained his BChem engineering in 1993 from UICT and immediately began his professional career. He joined Technimont ICB, where he spent a year before joining Avanti Amavus Private Limited in 2002. Mr. Kejriwal co-founded Star Cement Limited, where currently he is holding a position of Executive Director. Mr. Kejriwal has outstanding professional achievements at Star Cement, including commissioning the largest cement plant in Northeast with a capacity of 3.3 million tons per annum in a record time at the lowest cost of USD $42 per ton, setting a new benchmark in the Indian cement industry. With a special focus on innovation, efficiency, and sustainability, the plants have been operating at a much higher capacities than the installed capacity, with sustainable attributes of using bamboo as a green fuel and waste heat recovery plant, which is first in the Northeast. Though through raw mix optimization, improved logistics, and AI integration, he also enabled Star Cement to achieve the highest EBITDA per ton amongst all cement companies in India and largest market share in the Northeast. In addition to the professional achievements, Mr. Kejriwal also contributed to certain creation of employment and sustainable livelihood for tribal youth in the Northeast, leading to Best CSR Performer 2024 at the second Northeast CSR Forum. He has also received several other recognitions, including the Industrial Services Excellence Award and the Individual Performance Award for Industry Development. Under his leadership, Star Cement earned multiple honors, including Fastest Growing Company by Economic Times and Emerging Company by Z Business. Mr. Kejriwal continues to contribute to R&D by being a member of the Research Advisory Committee and Board of Governors, National Council of Cement and Building Materials. Mr. Kejriwal has been actively involved in the activities of UAA over the last few years, and including being the treasurer and of UAA NCR chapter, and also being a part of the new executive committee. ICT has benefited from the image of Mr. Pankaj Kejriwal and holds him in high esteem for his accomplishments. In token of thereof, and in recognition of his contribution towards enhancing the prestige of ICT, it is duly resolved to bestow upon him the UAA ICT Distinguished Alumnus Award Professional on this day, the 15th May 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Dinesh. I request Professor Pandit, Professor Gokte, and Sonia to please do the honors. Thank you, Professor Pandit. Thank you, Professor Gokte. May I request Mr. Kejriwal to give his acceptance speech?
Thank you, Milinji, आणि सर्वांना नमस्कार. First of all, I would like to thank the Board of Governors, the Award Committee, and the University Alumni Association for conferring upon me this prestigious Distinguished Alumnus Award 2026 in the professional category. Respected members of the Board of Governors, members of the Alumni Association, my esteemed faculty, my colleagues, current students of ICT, friends and family. A big, big thank you to all of you for being here for this occasion. Thank you so much. It is a matter of great pride and gratitude for me to receive this recognition from my alma mater, which continues to be one of the best engineering college for chemical engineering and chemical technology worldwide. I also thank my friends, Dr. Tipanna and Mr. Dinesh Chopra for guiding me and nominating me for this honor. I owe a great deal to my ICT professors. The education that I received here became the foundation of my professional journey. I was fortunate to learn from great professors like Professor Sharma, Professor Joshi, Professor Bhagwat, Professor G.D. Yadav, Professor Gaikar, and many others. They all nurtured in me the passion for this field, which fuels my journey even till date. One lesson which I learned at university still stays with me. That is, know-how is not important. Know-why is important. We can always, buy technology. But if you understand the subject, you can innovate, you can develop new technologies, and you can do many good things. So that is what we learned at ICT. In many ways, joining UDCT shaped my life far beyond my expectations. UDCT not only taught me chemical engineering, but also how to think critically, challenge assumptions, and face problems with confidence. I still remember the day we decided to put a cement plant in Northeast with a limited budget. Most of the consultants told us that with this limited budget, you will not be able to set up a cement industry. But here again, with the knowledge which I gained at UDCT and the training which I received here, that made us believe that we should not simply leave these things. We put in our best efforts and we could establish the plant there in the shortest period of time and in the lowest budget. With our continuous application of experimentation and innovation, we could, increase the capacity of equipments right from 100 tons per hour to more than 180 tons per hour. This not only made us the biggest company in cement in Northeast, but we are the highest EBITDA per ton in the cement sector in the entire country. In 2003, when we started to put up a plant there was not even a proper infrastructure, no road connectivity. We used to travel nearly 10 kilometers to make a telephone call. Just now, me and Professor Sharma were discussing, how did you put a plant in Meghalaya? Even today, he finds it very difficult. Somehow, the people there, though they are very mild and docile, but they are slightly difficult to adapt changes. But we could, gel with them. And with our learnings at UDCT, we never learned that why not? Why should we get bogged down? With that in mind, we could tackle everything there, and finally, we are the leaders there. For me, that journey was proof when knowledge, teamwork, and courage to challenge conventional thinking come together, even the impossible starts looking possible. All my classmates here at UDCT, Ruparel College, and my school made the journey truly joyful and memorable. We not only learned from each other, but also stood by one another during stressful times, late nights, exam demanding deadlines. As just now, Mr. Mahesh was also mentioning the same thing, that's a huge support we get from each other. Many of those friendships have stayed strong even after decades, and they remain among the most valuable relationships in my life. Equally enjoyable were my days at the UDCT hostel, where some of the best memories and lifelong bonds were formed. I would also especially like to thank our classmate, Mr. Ashwini Patwardhan, whom we fondly call as Pattu, who used to help me clear many of my doubts during the college days. And he still continues to impart knowledge by being a professor here at ICT. My wife, Renu, and my daughter, Arushi, have been my constant strength, standing by me with patience and understanding even during times when work demanded complete attention. I also congratulate all the awardees being honored today and extend my special congratulations to Professor A.B. Pandit for receiving the Rashtriya Vigyan Puruskar. I accept this honor with humility and gratitude, and I share it with my teachers, colleagues, friends, family, and every individual who has been part of my journey. Before I conclude, I warmly invite all of you to visit the amazing Northeast, which is also called as Ashtalakshmi by our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. It would be my privilege to host you there as my guest. Jai Hind, Jai ICT. I would also request for an opportunity to express my respect to my gurus who are present here today by honoring them with a small memento, which is the Assam Gamcha, a profound symbol of Assamese culture, respect and identity to convey our admiration and honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kejriwal. That was a very beautiful gesture on your part. Okay, one more. Okay, so moving on to the third award of the day, which is the UAA ICD Distinguished Alumnus Award Extramural. And this goes to Mr. Krishna Kumar Gavan. This is a very unique personality, which we will now discover in the presentation. He has done his BSc Tech Textile 1975, MEC Tech Textile 1979. He's been a professor at VJTI, and he's been a cultural curator, author, and pioneer of stage entertainment, which we are now going to hear about in the presentation that follows. In the meantime, I request Mrs. Gavan to please join us on stage here, and I request the presentation to be displayed. Gavan sir, zara.
Mr. Krishna Kumar Gavan, a die-hard fan of music director Shankar Jaikishan, is completing 50 years in the field of entertainment. Born on 18th July 1952, studied in renowned 138-year-old Institute Chabildas Boys School, Dadar. Graduated from renowned Ram Narayan Ruya College, Matunga, with first class and got admission in BSc Tech course at UDCT for textile chemistry. In 1976, Mr. Gavan with his school classmates late Vasant Kher and late Shrikant Kulkarni launched Banner Symphony, presenting program Yade Shankar Jaikishan on 5th December 1976. Music director Shankarji gave blessings to symphony, which is the key factor of this 50 years success. produced revolution stage show Jhapata Orchestra, unique blend of comedy and melody. All shows of Jhapata Orchestra were houseful. In all 4,000 shows were presented all over India within short span. Mr. Gawand entered the field of audio-video cassettes and compact discs with high-quality artists. With music director Anil Mohile and playback singer Sudesh Bhosle with Bhartaratna Lata Mangeshkar music director and king of jingles Ashok Patkich. During this period, Mr. Gawand was all the time supported by his better half Mugdha since 1980. Mr. Gawand, after completing MSc Tech from UDCT in first class, joined world-famous institute VJTI, where he worked for 34 years and retired as associate professor in 2012. After retirement, he started his second inning by writing books. So far, he has written and compiled total 6 books. Felicitated by freedom fighter Swatantraveer Savarkar Samiti for releasing speeches of Savarkarji. During COVID period, launched YouTube channel Avismarne, which produced about 70 videos, followed by another channel Tumhe Yaad Karte Karte, having 6 videos. Recently he launched a award in the name of his god Shankar Jaikishan, and it was presented to late lyricist Hasrat Jaipuri, which was received by his son Akhtar Jaipuri. During his span of 50 years, Mr. Gawand was fortunate to meet Chandrasekhar Pusalkar, grandson of Dada Saheb Phalke, father of Indian film industry. Pusalkarji felicitated Sulochana Didi, mother of film industry, as well as versatile artist Sachin Pilgaonkar. Mr. Gawand had very good friendship with the legend like Amin Sayani ji, who was the most popular voice since 1952. Congratulations to Mr. Krishna Kumar Gawand.
I request Nilesh Lele, Senior Vice President, Board of Governors, UAA, to read out the citation for this award for this versatile personality.
Thank you. Mr. Krishna Kumar Gawand, an individual par excellence, given his high degree of integrity, commitment, professionalism, and passion for making a mark in the world of entertainment, has upheld the great esteem for his alma mater, Institute of Chemical Technology. Mr. Gawand obtained his BSc Tech in Textile Chemistry in 1975 and followed it up with MSc Tech in 1979. He joined VJTI in 1979 and completed 34 years as faculty at the Textile Department before retiring in 2012. In parallel to his teaching career, Mr. Gawand contributed immensely to the entertainment industry, emerging as a visionary producer of musical and stage shows. His first major production, Yaad Shankar Jaikishan, featured 6 singers, 20 musicians, and 30 timeless songs, and toured India with 500 shows till 1980. Between 1980 and 1986, his next venture was Super Hits, a path-breaking variety program showcasing talents which completed 1,000 shows in India and abroad. Zapata, a uniquely crafted show, ran successfully for 14 years, completing an unprecedented 4,000 shows, a record in the world of orchestral entertainment. The shows revolutionized stage entertainment with music and comedy skits, and his unique format has been extensively copied. He also produced several Marathi musical and theatrical works, including Mangal Gani, Dangal Gani, which had 100+ shows. Since 2019, he has started his own YouTube channels, Asmaraniya and Tumhe Yaad Karte Karte, catering to a wide range of musical, social, cultural, and patriotic subjects. As an entrepreneur, Mr. Gawand established his own cassette company, Zapata Marketing, producing and distributing nearly 80 audio and video titles in cassettes and CD formats, which included performances by iconic playback singers. He has also written and compiled 6 books with an aim to preserve India's musical and literary heritage by archiving the lives, legacies, and artistic journeys of iconic personalities who have shaped our cultural landscape. He has been interviewed on All India Radio to rewind golden memories of Maestro Shankar Jaikishan and versatile author Madhusudan Kalelkar. He has also served as a judge at several musical events organized at ICT. ICT has benefited from the image of Mr. Krishna Kumar Gavan and holds him in high esteem for his accomplishments. In token thereof and in recognition of his contributions towards enhancing the prestige of ICT, it is duly resolved to bestow upon him the UAA ICT Distinguished Alumnus Award in extramural category on this day, the 15th of May, 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Nilesh. Request Professor Pandit, Professor Gokte and Sonia to do the honors, please. I request Professor Gavan to give his acceptance speech.
Good evening, respected dignitaries, esteemed faculty, distinguished alumni, fellow awardees, ladies and gentlemen. It's truly a moment of immense pride and gratitude for me to stand here today and accept the Distinguished Alumnus Award in the extramural category from UAA and ICT. I sincerely thank the UAA ICT for considering me worthy for this prestigious award. My sincere thanks to all team members of UAA. My sincere thanks to Professor Parag Gokte sir, Professor Aniruddha Pandit sir, and the entire team of UAA for their recognition and encouragement. Special thanks to Chancellor Dr. J.B. Doshi sir. Please give a big applause for J.B. Doshi sir, who has recommended for my application on that application. And also the key person, Dr. Malshe, will you please stand up? Dr. Malshe, who is the key person, because he only inspired me to apply. Dr. Malshe, please. So I thank him. Special thanks are due to my friends or partners, late Vasanta Kher and Srikant Kulkarni, who were with me since my school days. Today, as I stand here, I am reminded of my formative years at UDCT, which not only shaped my academic foundation, but also gave me the freedom to explore creativity, culture, expression beyond the classroom. Those experiences planted the seeds for my journey in the field of entertainment and cultural activities for further 49 years. I still remember our 1975 BSc Tech batch. Our batchmate Prashant Prabhu was elected as GS. And we all together organized various entertainment programs, which were not just conventional orchestra, but we had organized Aziz Naza Kawwali. And I still remember that was well responded by the then director, Dr. Daruwala, Professor Achwal, and Professor Nadish. So this was the main activity other than academics. These events were surprisingly, supportingly responded by even all non-teaching members. We had also had good friendship with non-teaching members of UDCT. This award may carry my name, but it truly belongs to many people who have supported, inspired, believed in me throughout my journey. My teachers, mentors, colleagues, collaborators, friends, and above all, my family, Today, my wife, my son Vishal, my daughter-in-law Sushma, and grandson is also present. Anvit, big hand for Anvit. I cannot forget legends like Bharat Ratna Lata Didi, who took part in our audio cassette commentary. I still remember those days that for appreciation of music director Anil Mohile, who played violin for one audio cassette, Lata ji recited commentary of just 5 minutes, but she was there with us for 3 hours just on a cup of tea, and she took a lot of interest. So I am really grateful to Lata Didi. Similarly, Asha Bhosle ji sang few devotional songs for us, and also the voice, the well-known voice, not a singer, but Amin Sayani ji also gave a lot of cooperation. So not only, and VJTI has given me a lot, even teaching faculty and non-teaching faculty who were there for 34 years with me, they had given a lot of encouragement also in cultural activities. And above all, the Indian film music, emperors of Indian film music, Shankar Jayakisan, whose musical impact gained special status for our country on the world map. Shankar Jayakisan are the only music director, many people of you may not be knowing, but now IPL matches you enjoy in various stadiums, thousands of people and crores of turnover. In 1966, Shankar Jayakisan were so popular, they had organized Indian state government and Indian government, central government had organized Shankar Jayakisan night at Brabant Stadium, which collected 13.5 crores in 1966 for National Defense Academy. So I am really proud of them. The extramural category holds a special place because it celebrates the spirit beyond profession, the arts, culture, creativity, and the human connection. I have always believed that cultural expression has the power in bringing people together to inspire and to create lasting impact. I am grateful that my efforts in the same space have been acknowledged by this esteemed institution. This recognition motivates me to continue contributing to the world of cultural engagement and entertainment with even greater passion and responsibility. I also hope to give back to my alma mater in meaningful ways and inspire future generations to pursue not only professional excellence but also creative fulfillment. Finally, I express my feelings through patriotic words of Kaviraj Shailendra. A sound person, please give me slight reverb. Sound person, please slightly give reverb. Written by Kaviraj Shailendra, composed by my god Shankar Jayakisan, which is a universal message in the melodious format, assuring the percolation of knowledge, culture, music to the future generation. जो कल क्या थे हम आज है क्या, इसका ही नहीं अभिमान हमें, इस राह पे आगे बढ़ना है उसकी भी पहचान हमें, है उसकी भी पहचान हमें। इस धारा को किसने रोका, ये बन के भला कब रहती है, हम उस देश के वासी है, हम उस देश के वासी है, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है। जय हिंद।
Thank you, Professor Gavan. So that was Professor Krishna Kumar Gavan. I am now going to invite a student by the name of Gavan. He is Nachiket Gavan, first year BCom Eng, for a student performance. And I need to ask Nachiket, is there any relationship with Professor Gavan? No. So maybe there is, we'll see.
Thank you so much, sir, for inviting me on the stage. I will be singing the ghazal Swara Ale Duruni. स्वर आले दुरुनी जुळल्या सगळ्या त्या आठवणी स्वर आले दुरुनी जुळल्या सगळ्या त्या आठवणी स्वर आले दुरुनी निर्जीव उसासे वाऱ्यांचे आकाश फिकटल्या ताऱ्यांचे निर्जीव उसासे वाऱ्यांचे आकाश फिकटल्या ताऱ्यांचे कुजबुज ही नवती वेलींची हितगुज ही नव्हते पर्णांचे ऐशा थकलेल्या उद्यानी स्वर आले जुनी स्वर आले दुरुनी जुळल्या सगळ्या त्या आठवणी स्वर आले दुरुनी विरहार्थ मनाचे स्मित सरले गालावर आसू घाले विरहार्थ मनाचे स्मित सरले गालावर आसू ओघले होता हृदयाची दोषकले जखमेतून क्रंदन पासरले घाले फुंकर हलकेच कोणी स्वर आले जुनी स्वर आले दुरुनी जुळल्या सगळ्या त्या आठवणी स्वर आले दुरुनी पडसाद कसा आला न कळे पडसाद कसा आला न कळे अवसेत कधी कात मौजळे पडसाद नवसेत करी कात मौजळे संजीवन मिळताशेचे निमिषात पुन्हा जग सावरले किमया असली का केली कुणी स्वर आले दुरुनी स्वर आले दुरुनी जुळल्या सगळ्या त्या आठवणी स्वर आले दुरुनी. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nachiket. Khub chan. Okay, we now come to the fourth award of the day, which is the UAA ICD Distinguished Alumnus Award Entrepreneur. And the first award in this category goes to Mr. Mukesh Kagram. He's a chemical engineer, 1981 batch. He did his master's from the US. He did his MFM. He is presently the MD of Evergreen Technologies. So as we start the presentation about him, may I request Mrs. Kagram to come on stage.
Mukesh Kagram was born on 24 November 1959 to Srimati Hansaben and late Chandrakanbai Kagram in Mumbai. His early childhood was also spent in Mumbai, and he joined UDCT in 1977 and completed his BChem engineering in 1981. Mukesh then obtained his MS in chemical engineering at the University of New York in 1983 and returned to India. He also pursued part-time masters in financial management from the renowned Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies in 1987. He lost his father very earlier in his career. However, support from his mother Hansaben and wife Sadhna have been instrumental in his professional growth. Sadhna and Mukesh were married in 1986. They have 2 children. His eldest daughter Disha is a dentist and is married to Jay Vajani, an aviation specialist who is based in Dubai. Their son Umang is also a chemical engineer from the University of Florida and is actively involved in the family enterprise. Mukesh has twin grandchildren, Nitya and Yuvraj, who are also based in Dubai. Since returning to India, Mukesh and his UDCT classmates have formed a tight-knit bond and continuously meet up and share life experiences. Mukesh continues to support his alma mater UDCT over the years in various capacities. Mukesh's family company, Evergreen Technologies, was initially established to manufacture metallic wire mesh for fencing, sieving, and reinforcement applications. The company was established in 1948 and has since then metamorphosed into a pioneering manufacturer of mass transfer separator and column internals. Mesh mist eliminators, for which a large body of work was carried out at UDCT, was one of the first items developed by them. This was followed by vein mist eliminators and fiber bed mist eliminators, which were also a pioneering effort with Larsen & Toublo's R&D group for capture of submicron mist particulates. Evergreen has also developed structured packings, again with work initially being done in UDCT for gauze packings, and this was subsequently expanded to sheet metal packings for large diameter columns for refineries and petrochemical applications. Evergreen has also developed an indigenous film contactor technology with EIL and IOCL R&D for removal of mercaptans from LPG and other similar streams. This is similar to the Mirox technology, which was popularized by UOP. For the development of this technology, EIL, IOCL and Evergreen were awarded the Indian Chemical Manufacturers Association Development Award. Also, as a major import substitute project of national importance, Evergreen worked closely with L&T's R&D group to develop and commercialize mist extractor for the IDEA's 700 megawatt nuclear energy program. This mist extractor was developed over an 8-year-long project cycle starting from theoretical and CFD work, prototype testing, and final commercial supply. With this product development, India now has a 100% self-sufficient supply, based on which the Nuclear Power Corporation of India has placed orders on Evergreen for its complete fleet of 700 megawatt reactor units which are now coming up in India. Mukesh Khagram is proud to be a partner to India's growth story.
I now request Mr. Rajiv Panse, Vice President BOG UAA, to read out the citation for this award.
Namaskar. Happy and proud to read the citation for Shri Mukesh Khagram. Shri Mukesh Khagram, an entrepreneur par excellence, given his high degree of integrity, commitment and professionalism for making a mark in business, has upheld the great esteem for his alma mater, the Institute of Chemical Technology. Shri Khagram obtained his BChem engineering in 1981 from the then UDCT, followed by MS in chemical engineering from the State University of New York, and later a master's in financial management from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute. He joined the Evergreen Group as a third generation entrepreneur and is presently designated as the managing director. He has indigenously developed the complete range of mist eliminators comprising mesh, vein and fiber bed mist eliminators. Also has improved the original product line of woven, knitted and welded types of wire meshes. Through active collaboration with ICT, he has developed structured packings for laboratory applications, which were subsequently scaled up to a wide range of packings and column internals for large diameter industrial columns up to 6,500 mm diameter, which are now a workhorse in petrochemical, refining, chemical and pharmaceutical sectors. He has also pioneered the specialty film contractors for mercaptan treatment in refineries in collaboration with Engineers India Limited, and to date, Mrs. Evergreen Group is the only non-American and European company to offer such a niche equipment. Another interesting development was with L&T Limited, mist extractors for stringent nuclear plant applications, which totally circumvented the need for relying on foreign vendors and also meeting the critical requirements of Bharat's nuclear power program. The company is also exporting its products all over the world, including USA, Europe, Taiwan, Germany, Thailand, UAE, Saudi Arabia, etc. Shri Khagram regularly participates in the CSR programs for healthcare and educational initiatives, as well as in the sustainable farming practices. He was president of Rotary Club of Bombay Peninsula and also the chairman of the board of the prestigious Bombay International School in the past. He continues to sponsor a number of research programs at ICT and has supported a large number of students for their academic programs. ICT has benefited from the image of Shri Mukesh Khagram and holds him in high esteem for his accomplishments. In token thereof and in recognition of his contribution towards enhancing the prestige of ICT, it is duly resolved to bestow upon him the UAA ICT Distinguished Alumnus Award, Entrepreneur category on this day, 15th May 2026. Thank you.
Rajiv, thank you. Professor Pandit, Professor Gokte and Sonia to do the honors, please. Please, आप भी जाइए. Mr. Kagram, can I invite you to give your acceptance speech, please? Thank you.
Respected Professor M.M. Sharma, Chancellor Professor J.B. Joshi, Vice Chancellor Professor A.B. Pandit, distinguished professors and faculty members, my fellow classmates and friends, family members, colleagues, students, alumni, guests, and everyone else I might have unintentionally missed. A very good evening. At the outset, I would like to thank UDCT ICT Alumni Association and the selection committee for conferring upon me this prestigious honor. During the selection process, I was asked an important question. Since you are a third generation entrepreneur into the business, why should you be considered for an entrepreneur award? I replied that taking over an existing business is one thing, but convincing customers, bankers, suppliers, and sometimes even your own employees that a conventional mesh manufacturing company can become a technologically oriented company for the chemical process industry, that requires entrepreneurship, diplomacy, persistence, and occasionally divine intervention also. Thankfully, the committee agreed, and I'm here today. As a child, I was often asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? Honestly, growing up, I never imagined I would become a chemical engineer. In fact, if someone had told me that one day I would spend my life discussing mist eliminators, column packings, and isotope separation, I would have probably have suggested that I seek medical advice. But life has an interesting way of making career decisions for us. As a student, I enjoyed chemistry far more than machines or electrical circuits. Fortunately, I loved mathematics and numbers, so chemical engineering became a natural fit. In those days, choosing between IIT and UDCT for chemical engineering was not very difficult, and looking back, I can confidently say I never regretted that decision. Our batch is called the infamous or famous 1977 batch. It was a famous transition year when the 10+2 new batch was merged with the old metric batch. So we had doubled the number of students coming in, trying to qualify for UDCT. The competition was so intense that getting admission itself felt like qualifying for the Olympics. In that year, IITs had introduced a special JAT exam for the transition batch for the 4-year program, and about only 10 people or 10 students qualified on an all-India basis. And 4 of them joined my class in UDCT, including Shreya Sabnis, who was JE number 1. So that was a very commendable, I would say, UDCT's reputation surpassed, the IIT JE number 1 joining year. And that tells you how really strong UDCT's reputation was. Of course, once we entered UDCT, we quickly discovered that getting admission was the easy part. Surviving semesters was the real challenge. Attendance was unforgiving, lab work was sacred, and the Viva examinations could permanently affect your self-confidence. Many of us entered believing we were extremely intelligent. UDCT cured us of that misunderstanding very quickly. But those years were magical. I remember hearing a story at the Chinmaya mission about the mirror and the dust. Swami Chinmayananda explained that the guru's role is not to give knowledge from the outside, but to remove the obstacles within. The student's mind is compared to a mirror. The shine already exists, and the guru simply helps to wipe away the dust through knowledge and guided contemplation. At UDCT, our professors perform the cleaning operation very efficiently, sometimes gently and sometimes with industrial grade abrasives. but they shaped the way we thought, analyzed, and approached problems. That has stayed with us for life. My final year was particularly chaotic, along with projects and submissions. There was GRE exams, IIM applications, and career decisions. The Gujarati in me wanted an MBA from IIM. The chemical engineer wanted something more scientifically oriented. Eventually, I accepted a fully funded master's program in chemical engineering in the US and declined admission to IIM Bangalore. At that time, many people thought I was crazy and took a risky decision. Today, after seeing what MBA graduates charge for consulting advice, I sometimes wonder whether I should have reconsidered. But in truth, going to the UAA transformed my outlook. The academic environment was very different. Research was deeply science-oriented, and my experience as a teaching assistant and a research assistant taught me how to think independently and solve problems creatively. After completing my research, I was offered a quick, fast-track PhD. But somewhere deep inside me, the entrepreneurial instinct, perhaps the bania in me, was becoming restless. I returned to India with plans to manufacture oil-field chemicals, especially with the Bombay Heights fields developing rapidly at that time. However, life had other plans. A few months after my return, my father suffered a severe stroke and passed away soon thereafter. At a relatively young age, I found myself responsible for my family and my business. Our family business manufactured metallic sieves and mesh, not exactly the kind of thing young engineering graduates dream about while studying oil-field chemicals. So when I returned from the US with research ambitions, people probably thought some innovation, some petrochemical journey, maybe advanced process engineering. Instead, I joined the family business. Of course, life can be wonderfully unpredictable. Fortunately, my father had already sensed some opportunity while he was alive with the process industry and had connected with Professor M.M. Sharma. This one interaction changed our trajectory. India in the 80s was very a different economy. I don't know if many of you remember. Imports were very difficult. Duties were enormous, 250 to 300%. And sourcing even basic equipment would feel like an international diplomatic mission. But constraints create innovation. We began developing indigenous mesh mist eliminators and separation equipment as import substitutes. The initial support and research was done at UDCT. And I am thankful to Professor Sharma's Mass Transfer Group, Professor V. Juvekar, Professor Pangarkar, Professor Sawant, and Niranjan giving us technical guidance that became the foundation of our growth. Over time, we expanded into subparticulate separators, column packings, coalescers, separator internals. Along the way, we also added film contactors, mist extractors, ultra-pure water equipment, all kinds of novel niche equipment. Looking back, I sometimes think our company evolved exactly like a chemical process. High pressure, continuous recycling, occasional temperature excursions, and hopefully acceptable final yield. Throughout this journey, ICT has remained a constant source of knowledge, support, and inspiration. I remain deeply grateful to Professor J.B. Joshi, Professor G.D. Yadav, Professor Pandit, Professor Gaikar, Professor V.V. Mahajani, Professor Sunil Bhagwat, Professor Thorat, Professor Madpati, and many others who guided us and supported over the years. Evergreen has, over the past few years, worked with many industrial partners, and I specifically thank the Engineer India Limited Group R&D based in Gurgaon in Delhi and the L&T Research Center in Powai, who have been a source of great thought process improvements and product development with us. Of course, none of this would have been possible without my family and my colleagues. My colleague Pradeep Kekatpure, who is here, he is from the BChem batch of 1979, very famous batch consisting of Mr. Mukesh Ambani and Ajay Parekh and Mr. Manoj Modi. He is here and he has been with us since 1979. That's nearly over 4 decades. In today's corporate world, where people change jobs every 18 months, this itself deserves a national award. Thank you, Pradeep, for all your support. In addition, the senior team at Evergreen, consisting of Pinakin Sampath, Rajendra Pawar, Jitendra Modi, Shreyans Mehta, and all the staff and workers at Evergreen have been a great source of inspiration. In fact, we have had some employees who are second generation. So we are really proud of that they have stayed with us and they wanted our kids also to join. To my parents, thank you for guiding me. Your clarity of thought and vision have inculcated me an open mind. To my wife, Sadhna, thank you for tolerating decades of long working hours, interrupted holidays, and conversations that somehow always return to pressure drops, separation efficiency, and process equipment design. To my sisters, Bharti and Emali, thank you for having faith in me and always standing by me. To my daughter, Disha, and my son-in-law, Jai, for always taking pride in whatever I did. And last but not the least, to my son, Umang, who has joined me into this entrepreneurial journey as a fourth-generation family member. His rock-solid support and his freshness in thinking has opened new vistas for our organization. To conclude, I would like to quote very famous Robert Frost, the American poet. It says, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." In my case, one road led to a comfortable academic or research life. The other led to mesh mist eliminators, column packings, entrepreneurship, and uncertainty. But it was an extraordinary journey, and I'm grateful I chose the second path. I would also like to congratulate all the fellow awardees on the dais for whatever they've achieved. Thank you once again, UAA, for this tremendous honor. Namaste and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mukesh. We now come to the fifth, last, but not the least award of the day, which is the UAA ICD Distinguished Alumnus Award Entrepreneur. And this award goes to Saifuddin Dorajiwala, Saif in short, because that's the way he likes to be called. Saif is a chemical engineer, 1999 batch, followed by an MBA from IIM Calcutta. He is presently the founder and partner, Fourth Power Energy, and we will know a lot about that as we see his presentation. Meantime, I invite Mrs. Saifuddin Dorajiwala to please join us on stage here. And if you could play the presentation. Come. I request BOG member Shailendra Singh Rajput to read out the citation for this award.
Namaskar. Mr. Saibuddin Dorajiwala, a professional par excellence, given his high degree of integrity, commitment, professionalism, and passion for making a mark in business, has upheld the great esteem of his alma mater, Institute of Chemical Technology. Mr. Dorajiwala obtained his BChem in 1999, followed by MBA from IIM Kolkata in 2003. He started professional career with stint at Hardliya Chemicals, and post-MBA, he joined the prestigious Tata Administrative Services, the private sector equivalent of Indian Administrative Services, where he worked for 3 years. Mr. Dorajiwala moved into the investment world with Avigo Capital as an investment director, followed by founding the Fourth Partner Energy Private Limited in 2010 with Vivek Subramaniam, with a desire to create a genuine impact at scale on multiple fronts: the environment, India's energy security, employment creation, and energy democratization. Due to the immense contribution of Mr. Dorajiwala, Fourth Partner Energy Private Limited achieved a growth from 50 lakh in 2010 to about 2,000 crores by 2025. Also attracting global heavyweights like TPG Capital, Norfund, British International Investment, IFC, ADB, etc. to partner in the journey. Today, the company operates across India and Southeast Asia, delivering solar, wind, battery storage, and EV charging solutions with a portfolio exceeding 1,500 megawatt and investments of 10,000 crores. Under leadership of Mr. Dorajiwala, the company has undertaken ambitious projects, including 340 million de-dieselization initiative in Indonesia, hybrid wind solar project in India, and also battery storage solutions. On the social front, Mr. Dorajiwala drives initiatives like Power at One that aim to bring affordable solar energy to government schools, health centers, and NGOs. Mr. Dorajiwala received many awards, including multiple recognitions as one of the India's most powerful leader in the solar industry and as a top green leader. He has kept his connection with ICT active throughout the years, and in fact his firm has installed solar panels on various buildings of Matunga campus at ICT. ICT has benefited from the image of Mr. Saifuddin Dorajiwala and holds him in high esteem for his accomplishments. In token thereof and in recognition of his contribution towards enhancing the prestige of ICT, it is duly resolved to bestow upon him the UAA ICT Distinguished Alumnus Award in the category of entrepreneurship on this day, 15th May 2026.
Thank you, Shailendra. Professor Pandit, Professor Gokte, and Sonia to do the honors, please. Thank you. Saif, can I request you to give your acceptance speech, please?
Thank you. I know I'm the only one standing between everyone and dinner, so I'll keep it short. I've followed the brief.
Yeah. Good evening, respected faculty, Professor Sharma, Professor Joshi, Professor Pandit, distinguished guests, fellow alumni, students, friends, and family. Standing here today, receiving this award from ICT is deeply meaningful to me because long before entrepreneurship, long before business, long before any external success, I was simply a student here, trying to survive chemical engineering. And like many of us sitting here today, there were moments when I felt overwhelmed, uncertain, and completely stretched. One memory from those days stayed with me throughout my life. Whenever we were dealing with a problem, whether it was academic pressure, laboratory issues, project setbacks, or sometimes even life itself. I remember Professor Joshi's reactions very vividly. He would listen to us quietly, look at us with complete seriousness, and just say one word: struggle. At that age, honestly, it felt almost unfair. We wanted solutions, reassurances, shortcuts, sympathy, and instead we got struggle. But over time, I've realized that one word contained one of the greatest lessons this institution has ever taught me. Struggle was not punishment. Struggle was not process. Struggle was process. Struggle was refinement. Struggle was preparation. And in some of the most challenging moments of my life and career, when business failed, systems broke down, people doubted us, or the path looked impossible, that one word came back to me: struggle, not as discouragement, but as an instruction. Moving on, ICT also taught me something very unique through chemical engineering. It trained our minds to break complexity down to fundamentals. No matter how complicated a plant, process, reaction, or system appeared, we learned to strip it down to the smaller building blocks, understand root cause, and rebuild intelligently. Over the years, I realized that business is no different. Organizations are systems, markets are systems, people are systems, problems are systems. And the mindset this institution gave me to stay calm inside complexity, to analyze before reacting, to solve instead of panic, became one of the greatest advantages of my entrepreneurial journey. But beyond academics, what truly made ICT special was its culture. It was an environment built on two very strong and seemingly contradictory values: competition and collaboration. Everyone here wanted to excel. Everyone pushed hard. Everyone wanted to stand out. And yet, when someone truly needed help, notes were shared, concepts were explained, lab work was supported, and friendships showed up. That balance shaped many of us profoundly. It taught us that excellence does not require insecurity, that ambition and generosity can coexist, that you can compete fiercely and still build together. It has indeed been the same bricks that I have used along with my co-founder Vivek to build Fourth Partner Energy. I believe that spirit is one of the ICT's greatest contributions to industry and society. Today, whatever I may have achieved belongs not only to me, but to many people who shaped me along the way. My professors, mentors, classmates, colleagues, friends, and most importantly, my family, who stood beside me through every phase of that struggle. To sum it up for me, principles I have always fallen back on: do not fear difficult phases, do not fear failure, and do not mistake struggle for stagnation. Very often, the periods that break you down are also the periods that build your foundations. Thank you, ICT, for giving me not only an education, but also a way of thinking and a way of facing life. This honor means to me than what I can express. Thank you.
Thank you, Saif. That brings us to the end of this part of the program, and I would now request Anuj to please take it again.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Talati, for taking us through the distinguished Alumni Awards segment so smoothly and wonderfully. And thank you to all the awardees to taking out time and sharing your insights, your journeys. And I'm sure it's a lot of learning lesson for everyone over here. We have something to take out from whatever you have spoken. Basically, it's my personal view that evenings like these, the Distinguished Alumni Award nights, remind us how strong and vibrant our alumni network continues to be. Every 6 months, we have this segment, we have this show, and we get to learn so much from all award winners and interact with them and imbibe few more things for our own journeys. So as we now move towards the conclusion of today's program, I would like to invite the Honorary Secretary of UDCity Alumni Association, Dr. Navnath Hatwate, to propose the vote of thanks.
Namaskar. I congratulate all award winners once again. Respected Professor M.M. Sharma, Professor J.B. Joshi, Chancellor ICT Mumbai, Professor A.B. Pandit, Vice Chancellor ICT Mumbai, President Professor Parag Gokte, past presidents, award winners, faculties, alumni, and my dear students. It is indeed a great honor and privilege for me to propose a vote of thanks on this momentous occasion, UAA's 38th Foundation Day celebrations and conferments of UAA ICT Distinguished Alumnus Award. On the behalf of BOG of UAA and entire organizing team, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each of you for attending today's event and making it memorable. First and foremost, I express my deepest thanks to our esteemed Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor E.B. Pandit, for their inspiring presence, valuable insights. Your words have truly motivated us. A heartfelt thanks to all award winners, Mr. Mahesh Marve, Mr. Pankaj Kejriwal, Mr. Krishna Kumar Gawand, Mr. Mukesh Kagram, and Mr. Saibuddin Dorajiwala, along with their friends, families, who made these events shine with their presence. Special thanks to Professor M.M. Sharma, Professor J.B. Joshi, and all other faculty members, advisory board members, the search and selections committee, students, and everyone who attended and contributed to making this event a grand success. I would also like to thank Gautami and Nachiket for their outstanding performances, which brought even more cheer to this evening. We enjoyed your melodious singing. Thank you, Mr. Milind Talati and Mr. Anuj Agrawal for hosting this event. A special thanks to all our student alumni representative, Ms. Aditi Mungre, Mr. Samit Wabde, and Mr. Pranav Sane, as well as all the volunteers who worked tirelessly over the past few days to promote the program and ensure everything ran smoothly. Thank you to the ICT administration for providing the Pidilite Pavilion and all other necessary facilities and logistics. I also thanks to UAA staff, Mr. Sanket Jagtab, Mrs. Sangeeta Mane, and Ms. Saili Behere for managing everything efficiently. We would like to express our gratitude to all the guests who traveled here today and everyone joining us virtually. Thank you for your presence, your time, and your encouragements. Let us continue to work together, fostering innovations, promoting research, and upholding the values of the ICT. Once again, thank you. One note, Mr. Krishna Kumar Gawand's books are kept for the display, and I request visitors to go through them. Last, I request everybody to join us for the dinners. Thank you.